Range weather.
Weather is green on all constraints. Winds are from 335 degrees, 18 peak 25.
Okay, thank you, Kathy.
Keeping track of the countdown as a whole are the Shuttle Launch Director and the NASA Test Directors, or NTDs. They sit in the front of the firing room at consoles on risers. The orbiter test conductors share the second row with the NTDs. In the back of the firing room, facing the two-story window looking out at the pads, are a series of horseshoe-shaped cabinets. System specialists sit there. They have a deep knowledge of the inner workings of the space shuttle. If a problem crops up, they are the ones who would bring it to the attention of the people in the front of the room. The specialists also would be called on to come up with solutions to allow a safe liftoff and present them to the launch team. NASA built space for 4 firing rooms on the upper floors of the Launch Control Center at Kennedy during the Apollo program. Each one is dominated by the angled panes of glass that let controllers inside see the spacecraft on the pad and during the first minutes of ascent. When the first Space Shuttle mission launched on April 12, 1981, controllers in Firing Room 1 had the primary responsibility for the liftoff. The firing room recently was renamed the Young Crippen Firing Room for that first crew. Firing Rooms 2 and 3 also were equipped and staffed. Shuttle launches require 2 active firing rooms, one as the primary and one with senior engineering and management personnel teams. A third firing room is capable of stepping in. Firing Room 4, which had been a conference room during much of the shuttle program, was remodeled and opened in 2005 to give the launch team more room and modern computers. The computers are used to constantly monitor the shuttle's myriad of systems. Simply put, they can pick up minute changes in a system's status before a human could detect it. Late in the launch countdown, the computers run the countdown completely through a set of software called the Ground Launch Sequencer.
We're ready to go.
Thank you very much, Scorch. Appreciate that. NTD, with that, you are clear to launch Atlanta.
Copy, clear to launch.
The launch control team can intervene to hold a countdown if they see something they don't like. But otherwise, it's the software that retracts the orbiter access arm, the gaseous oxygen vent hood, and commands the Space Shuttle's 3 main engines to ignite.
Roger, roll.
Beautiful sight.
Cape Cod, Massachusetts is known for its beautiful beaches. This scenic landscape is also home to one of the most frequent marine mammal stranding sites in the world. Scientists know very little about what causes these animals to strand. What has been proven is that a quick and efficient response in these moments is a matter of life and death.
If we can get there quickly and provide supportive care, they have a much better prognosis in terms of survival.
Katie Moore works on the front lines as the Deputy Vice President of Conservation and Animal Welfare at the International Fund for Animal Welfare. Through Katie's fine-tuned rescue efforts, she has increased the survival rate from 14 to 75%. But the question remains, could it be possible to predict rather than react to these events?
If we can develop an algorithm that pieces together the different variables that may be causing mass strandings or driving mass strandings, then we have the ability to then prevent them. We can have teams that are out on the shore looking for animals in those hot spots, knowing that all those variables have come together and this is the likely point in time where we're likely to see it. But we can also have teams ready to respond so that if they do strand, we're there that much faster and more animals will survive the event.
In Cape Cod, the annual number of stranded animals ranges from less than 10 to over 200. Some of the most affected species include pilot whales and white-sided dolphins, creatures that are typically found in deeper water, rather than along the coast. The ongoing search for answers began 400 miles away at the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management in Sterling, Virginia. There, fellow marine biologists